here. Goodies and things.
With a long trip quickly approaching, Pete still needed a few more suspension upgrades if he was to handle the significant weight we would be carrying. We'd already installed heavier rear springs, now the truck needed beefier spring hangers to allow them to work at their full capacity. We'd made the commitment to travel the length of the Pan American Highway, and we wanted to make sure that Pete was up to the task.
That rivet out, that rivet out, that rivet out, and that rivet out with a little bracket damage. This is not exactly the easiest thing to do. What do you think, Alex?
I think it requires drilling and a little bit of swearing.
We were expecting to be able to just pop out with the air hammer, but actually have to use the drill. Oh, broke the bit. No. Alex, you taking a nap, dude? I think whoever said this was an easy install was smoking some drugs. The hanger's off. It only took us, what, Alex, 3 hours? This is one stubborn piece of metal. These little rivets take some doing to get them out.
Here you can see the huge difference between the Archive Garage spring hangers and the stock stamped steel pieces. After hours spent just removing the hangers, we still needed to break out what was left of the rivets in the frame. Once this was done, we primed and painted the frame rails, and we were ready to get everything mounted up.
So we are done with this install. It took literally all day. I think we've been working on this since 8 o'clock this morning, and it's now 5 o'clock this evening. Pretty stoked on the kit. It does have a sweet cross member that's tied into the X-brace up there, and assume that will give us quite a bit more rigidity in the frame back here. I don't know. I think there's probably a little bit more droop and definitely a ½ inch or so of lift. Not sure if that'll stick around or not, but it's pretty decent.
After selling our house, everything we owned that wasn't coming with us on the road fit into a 10x10 storage unit. The weeks after would see us making many, many trips back and forth to this space. Well, here it is, and it isn't even full. It seems strange that we've boiled down all of our possessions to just this small amount of stuff. After our last trip to Baja, Pete had also developed a strange shimmy when pulling away from a stop. We had a few theories as to what this could be, but the most likely cause seemed to be a worn-out carrier bearing, located here on the drive shaft. While installing a new one of these, we discovered a failed universal joint as well. There was nothing to do but get to work replacing it right away. Luckily, Alex had a spare on hand and the press you need to get it into the drive shaft yokes. With Pete more or less in good running order, we settled in for a few last weeks tying up loose ends and getting ready to leave. The monsoon rains came and washed out all of Tucson's drainage ways. A few lost shopping carts were recovered. Ruta had a birthday. We enjoyed a few of Tucson's great restaurants and witnessed a full lunar eclipse. While on the hunt for some cable to wire up additional solar on the truck, we found ourselves at one of Tucson's more unique shopping experiences, Elliott Electronic Surplus. If you're into old electronic devices, airplane parts, or just need a good way to kill a few hours, this place is not to be missed.
Coming at you live, further off-road, our new camera.
This VHS reporter.
Luckily, we were also able to catch one more show at the Rialto, and it was one of our favorite performers, Mr. Charlie Crockett. He put on quite a show for us that evening. We had one more major upgrade planned for Pete that we'd been waiting months to have installed.
All right, so here we are at Tucson Differential, and Pete is going to get re-geared. So look at that thing. Sick! So, yeah, getting them all dialed in so we can carry a lot more weight. All right, Pete.
Join us next time when we head into California to take care of some business in the big city, and we adventure into the Sierras where we might have bitten off a little bit more than we can chew. New Mexico, Arizona, maybe a little Utah, some Colorado in there. How's it going?
Coming at you live.
Balls. Balls.